There you go. Take a swig.
Don't mind if I do. Thank you.
And I also
Thank
love
you very much.
the boxes for the minis are. I think honestly, as stupid as that sounds,
We didn't talk about this on the show.
Yeah, save it. Save it.
All right. Yep.
We're going to talk about the mini.
What mini?
Especially if you don't have anything for what you've been playing, you better save all this.
What mini are we talking about? Toybo Talk with Phil Theobald.
Toybo Talk.
Welcome to Turbo
Talk.
Welcome to Toybo Talk. We're going to talk about all the latest hits for the TurboGrafx-16.
But
have you guys heard?
I want. What about my PC Engine?
Oh, we got all the PC engines too. We got your Super Graphics. We got all
that. Your car graphics.
Yeah, sure. Throw that in there too.
Why not?
It don't make no never mind to me. I got all the time in the world, man. The internet's got, you know how much storage time they got on YouTube's? Plenty. So don't worry. We're going to be talking about all the bonks. We're going to be talking about all them Gator Thunders. We're going to be talking about all them legendary eggs.
Gator Thunder.
We got all them things. You want some dead moons? I got all sorts of dead moons up in here.
Turbo loving mafia guy.
Hey, forget about it.
Johnny Toybo.
Hey, let me tell you something that I love the most about that PC engine over there. You get them Ramda 1F games. Let me tell you, there ain't nothing I love more than a Ramda 1/2 video game for that PC engine. Hey, don't you even hey, let me tell you something there, anime loving prospector.
Save all this for the show.
Remember this episode?
Wasn't this the show?
Remember this episode of Conan O'Brien back in the day?
This show.
Anime loving prospector and TurboGrafx mafia guy.
That Japanese PC engine mini's got the Tokimeki.
I gotta say, I do think CJ is actually better at that voice than you are.
I'm just we can do that. Now we can riff.
My God, finally.
Let me tell you, I was playing that Ramda 1F, and this guy got squished with water, and suddenly he's a dame. What's up with that? Anime loving prospector. What's up with that, anime loving prospector? That's your cue. I'm
starting the show now.
Oh, jeez, Louise.
We gotta do a thing here.
It's the worst improv group I've ever been in.
That's right. Hello and welcome to episode 662 of the Player One podcast for Tuesday, July 16th, 2019. I'm your host, Chris Johnston, and with me from the great state of Washington.
Yeah.
You know what?
That I am also in.
West Coast,
you go to hell.
Coast.
You go to hell.
Mr. Phil Theobald, high five.
Mad.
High five.
What?
High five. Internet high five.
We're not. Get that out of my face. How you doing? Joining us from a featureless void, Chris Johnston.
That's right. You like this sort of DMV taking my license picture?
You know, there's like
background.
His physical space now matches his soul.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what you get for that.
Purgatory, Washington is located about half an hour outside the city.
It is not far away, right?
What's going on? Is your stuff not there yet?
But no, it's not. It has to travel across the country.
Across this great land of ours?
Across this great land of ours.
In a truck.
Yeah. We need to throw that in there. In a truck.
Oh, okay.
One of them big rigs. And
yeah.
And it hasn't arrived yet. So yes, I'm without any sort of backdrop whatsoever.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
You know, I honestly
podcasting microphone too, but
I can't even tell the like are you like right up against the wall? Are you 10 feet from a wall? I have no
30 years now.
Wall,
okay. I have no sense of space
and
where you are.
I have my laptop propped up on this air mattress box. It's great.
Oh my.
Regular podcasting studio. Yeah.
This is where your Patreon dollars are going, folks. Air mattresses.
Air mattress, yeah.
And off-white walls.
You like that? I like it too.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, we're in the same state, great state of Washington. So,
we are.
Yeah. Just a few miles apart. Anyway, we're also joined by some Canadian guy. Yeah. His name is Greg Seward. Hello.
Screw you guys.
way over on the right side of the continent where he wants to be over there.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Seward, he's a lot closer to those fat cats over in Washington, D.C. Let me tell you,
Right.
the further away I can get from those troublemakers, the better. That's what I say. I'm working.
I love it. I love it.
Working on some political comedy.
It's good.
I'm going to be the next Victor Borga, except I can't play the piano.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, I got here on Wednesday.
Great.
Don't have my stuff, but playing a lot of Switch. And got internet all hooked up, which was priority number one. Of course.
Right.
Got to have your internets. And so yeah, just waiting for the stuff to arrive.
Can I tell you something about
What's that?
the great state of Washington?
Yeah.
And this is good news. Good news for you.
The people are nice, and the air smells cleaner, sweeter.
I don't know about any of that.
You haven't been there long enough yet.
That would involve going. That would involve going outside and talking to people. But I can tell you this: the process for getting a driver's license in Washington State is the breeziest breeze that ever burrows past you.
Okay,
it is nothing.
I'm down with that.
I was used to California, where it's a pain in the ass, and there's such a rigmarole and lines out the door, and a million forms and crap. Washington is nothing.
Perfect.
You don't even have to prove who you are. You can just walk in and say. You can just walk in. You walk into a DMV. You walk into a DMV. First of all, there's no lines because I don't know why. I don't think anyone goes to the DMV. And you just walk in. You say, "Yeah, I'm Chris. You guys got a driver's license for me?" And they'll say, "Yeah, back right up.
Yeah,
we'll take your picture."
Amazon Echo.
Boom. That's all you got to do. It's easy.
Say, Alexa, give me a driver's license. And Jeff Bezos comes out of the door and hands you your license.
Exactly.
Is that right?
Yeah. Well, if you show up tomorrow, it's Prime Day. So
even better.
Oh, right.
So yeah, you'll even get a discount on it.
Perfect.
Hey, real quick, I saw you swinging a bottle of Coca-Cola Zero Sugar.
Yes.
There it is. You know what I have to drink today?
What's that?
Look at this. I'm going to hold this up to the cameras for the YouTubers. Look at that.
Whoa.
There it is.
Coke.
New Coke, straight from the Stranger Things cross Coca-Cola promotion. I'm going to bust this puppy open if you don't mind here real quick.
Go ahead.
Let me just...
Tell us if it tastes like Pepsi.
Let's find out. Now,
I feel like the show's been going downhill since CJ moved.
Wait a second. That's only like
the show's been going downhill
7 minutes
for about 13 years now. Now, for a frame of reference, I have New Coke came out in 85, I believe.
Sure.
Because that would have put me in 5th grade. I was not a big soda drinker in the 5th grade. Okay. I don't believe I've ever had New Coke. It was not on the market long.
I definitely had New Coke.
There's no way you didn't have New Coke. No, come on.
I don't think I did.
It was on the market longer in Chicago as Coke 2.
Yeah, but I mean, it was around for a long time.
I don't know if I ever drank it.
No, I did.
Well, you know what I was back in those days. I was a Kool-Aid man.
I even did the taste test.
Did you really?
The challenge.
You took the Pepsi challenge, but
Headroom. Yeah, for a Max Headroom bumper sticker, I took the challenge.
Really?
Things CJ will do for a Max Headroom bumper sticker.
I probably still have the bumper sticker somewhere.
This is that fellow who interrupted my WTTW broadcast the other night. You bet I want a bumper sticker.
Darn right.
I was trying to watch Doctor Who, and this guy started coming on talking nonsense. Look that up if you don't know what I'm talking about.
I'll link to it in the show notes. It's great.
I'll tell you what, as a kid, that scared the shit out of me.
Same here.
Seeing that on like news broadcasts and stuff, because I didn't see it live, but I did see all the news talking about it the next day. Scared the hell out of me. I'm going to try some New Coke real quick here. Let's see.
Go ahead.
It tastes like Pepsi.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's basically what it tasted like back in the day.
Yeah. It's not bad.
Sure.
I remember everyone hated it back in the day.
You know what? No, I don't think that
I don't think
everyone hated it. I think that people hated the idea of it more than
Yeah.
taste
People
of
hate
it.
change, Phil. People
Yeah.
hate change. Look how much Greg hates the fact that I moved to Washington.
It still
People
hurts.
hate change.
Oh man.
That's how it goes,
But it
right?
tastes like what's like why am I drinking this when Pepsi exists?
I don't know.
Right?
Why are you?
I mean because it was
I tell you,
it was a novelty beverage. That's why I'm drinking
moving
it.
from Atlanta to Washington, there's a lot of Pepsi in fast food joints around here. In Atlanta, you'd get killed for that.
I wonder why that is.
There's a lot of Pepsi. Yeah.
It's a fancy looking Pepsi machine you got there.
Something happened to it.
Boy, that would be a shame, wouldn't it? That would be a real shame.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, should we get to some video game news?
My name's
Please,
doing
let's do.
one of these freestyle Coke machines over
Dear God.
here. You
Dear
can
God,
add a
please,
little
let's get some-
raspberry to
Oh,
your
God.
mellow yellow. Hey,
No,
Mellow Yellow. I love Mellow Yellow.
of course you do.
mellow yellow. Christ.
So TurboGrafx-16 Mini, we have a release date on this, and we have a full game lineup.
Oh, we do.
And I'm
Now-
clicking the link trying to get to it.
Now,
I was gonna say, do you know the lineup? Hey,
don't you go ahead and-
We're getting 24 games from the American run of the TurboGrafx, and then we're getting an additional 26 games from the Japanese PC Engine Mini.
Right.
So you get 50 games in total. So all of the different SKUs of
Have
the
the same.
TurboGrafx-16 Mini have the same games on them.
right.
But you can play TurboGrafx-16 or PC Engine games, which is awesome, by the way.
And there's crossover of what, like 4 or 5 titles?
yeah,
there's
there's
a couple
there's
of
like
big crossovers.
Nectaris and Military Madness on here.
Right, which are the same
And
game,
Utopia.
just
For the same game.
Nectaris is Japanese, Military Man. I think you have Ease Book 1 and 2. You have the Japanese and English version,
Yeah.
Yes,
which they are
you're
counting
right.
as separate games.
Hey, JJ and Jeff is on there,
That's great. But not
but not the.
Ito and Ken,
Yeah,
which is the Japanese counterpart, which has different graphics and stuff.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
completely redressed, basically.
Kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
the
wonder if
Utopia
that's-
games. Yeah,
I wonder if that's
Probably
a
a likenesses thing.
yeah, because Kato and Ken are
They're
based on
actual
actual
people? Yeah.
yeah, it's like Japanese comedians from back in the 90s.
Yeah.
And I do remember if one of the attacks in JJ and Jeff, you pull out a little spray paint can and spray a little puff of spray paint at your
Mhm.
enemies, whereas in the Japanese version that was a fart. You actually like
Oh, very similar.
you bent over and made a little poot cloud shot out of your butt,
Poot.
and they censored that. Yeah,
How dare they?
they censored
my
that
gosh.
here in the West. So
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah.
But what's our lineup look like? Has that loaded up yet for you?
Yeah. Do you want me to
I-
read the whole
Did
lineup?
did I stall
Oh,
long enough?
I was ready to do that if you wanted me to.
Go ahead. Yeah. Read it.
Hey, okay. So the English side,
Yeah.
we got Alien Crush, Victory Run, Blazing
Uh-huh.
Lasers,
Mhm.
Utopia, Dungeon Explorer, R-Type, Moto, Rotor, Power Golf, Ease Book 1 and 2, Ninja Spirit, JJ and Jeff, Space Harrier. There's some Sega love on here.
Huh.
Military Madness, Chuman Fu, Psychosis, Bonk's Revenge, Parasol Stars, Kadash,
Mhm.
New Adventure Island, Air Zonk, Utopia 2, Soldier Blade, Lords of Thunder, and Bomberman 93.
Yeah.
There you go.
And then I'm going to screw these up. The Japanese side is the Kung Fu Jasaiken Necromancer.
Yeah.
Fantasy
Okay.
Zone, Apare Gata Ball, Nectaris, Dungeon Explorer, Utopia, PC Genjin, which is Bonk,
Yeah.
Ease 1 and 2, Super Darius, or as I've been told, it's Super Darius, Superstar Soldier,
What?
Dai Makamura, which is Ghouls and Ghosts, and that's a Super Graphics game, right?
That is indeed.
Yeah.
Aldines,
Which is also
Utopia,
Super Graphics.
2,
All brands.
Gradius, Salamander, Super Momotaro Densetsu 2, Ninja Ryukenden, Star Parodier, Snatcher, Gradius 2, Choaniki, wow, Akumajo Dracula X, Chino Rondo, Bomberman 94, Bomberman Panic Bomber, and Ginga Fukai Densetsu Sapphire.
Yeah.
You know, that game.
Those ones, yeah.
Yeah.
So cool that Dracula X is on there. We thought that was going to be, there's a good chance that was going to happen because it is Konami after all.
Right.
That's doing this. Couple Gradius games on there and Salamander. That's pretty awesome.
Yep.
Definitely. Choaniki, a bit of an odd addition.
Choaniki is an interesting choice.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is before the muscle man sort of aesthetic came into the
Yes.
series, I believe. So, but it's a good shooter. Good shooter.
I mean, there's some really good stuff on there for sure.
Yeah.
Snatcher's exciting, but not in English. So
Yeah, so good luck.
yeah,
Good luck, English speakers.
it'll be cool too. I mean, I've been playing Snatcher for the MSX2 platform, and I am planning on getting one of these. So it'd be cool to have the PC Engine version just to kind of see what's different about it.
Yeah. So the console itself launches on March 19th, 2020, but pre-orders go up on July 15th, and the wrinkle here is that it's exclusively on Amazon.
Yep.
So we don't know yet. Apparently, Amazon Japan allowed pre-orders for all the different hardware configurations: the TurboGrafx-16, the PC Engine, and the Core Graphics styling. So I wonder if that will be the case in Amazon US. If it is, I'm totally ordering either the PC Engine or the Core Graphics.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Why do you hate America?
Yeah,
CJ?
I just have no nostalgia for the TurboGrafx-16 itself.
You move to the West Coast, and suddenly America's not good enough for you. Is that how it works?
That's certainly not true.
Why don't you just leave the country if you hate it so much, CJ?
I can just hop up to Vancouver pretty easily, actually.
There you go. Vancouver, Washington.
But yeah, I always loved the PC Engine, just the way that it looks, being pretty small anyway, and the Core Graphics is nice color swap on that. So yeah,
interesting that we are getting the Bonk's Revenge, which is Bonk 2, the English version, but the Japanese version of the first Bonk.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. Also a little weird that we're getting Newtopia is one of those doubled up versions where they have the Japanese and English.
But not Newtopia 2.
But Newtopia 2 is Japanese only.
Yeah, that kind of
sucks. Which is weird.
Yeah.
I gotta say, back when this was first announced, I made up a list of games I would like to see on the system.
Yep.
And most of the big ones that I wanted were covered. The only real disappointments that I noticed, out of the games that I sort of put on my dream team, the three that really kind of hurt the most that are missing is Gate of Thunder.
Yeah,
because we're getting Lords of Thunder, but not its predecessor, Gate of Thunder. I am bummed out that there is no Devil's Crush. We're getting Alien Crush. These are both pinball games. We're getting Alien Crush, but we're not getting its sequel, Devil's Crush.
It's too bad because I think Devil's Crush is better.
Oh, significantly better. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, not to say Alien Crush is bad because it is top notch.
No Keith Courage in Alpha Zones.
Yeah, who cares? Keith Courage in Alpha Zones,
the altered beast of TurboGrafx games.
Yeah, that was the launch game, or it was the pack-in game, and it is terrible. You say it's the altered beast, but at least altered beast was, kind of a fun game,
even if it was over in 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was way too short.
But. Yeah, but it was at least fun for those 20 minutes or so. I'm also bummed that Bonk. What's that?
I don't disagree.
Oh, good. Bonk 3 not being on there is a bummer.
Yeah, especially because that's one that a lot of people probably don't have as much experience with. Because I wasn't a TurboGrafx guy, and I played Bonk endlessly.
Yeah,
and played enough of Bonk 2 to know Bonk 2.
Yeah,
but haven't played a whole lot of Bonk.
Yeah, Bonk 3 was kind of a late release for the TurboGrafx, and again, not many people had a TurboGrafx, and certainly by the time of Bonk 3's release, who was playing TurboGrafx at that point.
Yep.
And also that game is worth quite a bit of money these days. Bonk 3, especially because that one was released both on the HuCard and there was a CD-ROM version as well. And the CD-ROM version in particular is worth I think $900.
Holy crap.
Okay. Like if you have a complete, mint box one. So it's a shame that one's not on there, but
yeah. But it's a good it's great.
Game. I am very excited. I will be purchasing it pre-purchasing it as soon as it goes up.
So, okay.
Me too. Yeah.
Crazy person question,
Mhm.
because I figure if anyone's going to do this, it's one of you guys. Are you going to buy all 3 versions?
No.
Okay.
There's no reason.
Well, I
If-
know there's no reason. I'm just
There's no reason to.
If there
Although
were-
I do have a Super Famicom Mini, and really, besides Tetris Attack, there's not a reason to have that either. But I just like the Super Famicom.
Go Amon.
Okay, fine.
Go
I like
there's no
I like
reason.
the Super Famicom styling, and always wanted to own one of those systems.
the Super Famicom is a very nice little looking system. Like
It really
it's-
is.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was a really solid system.
If there were different games, I would probably buy both.
Well, okay, that's
Mhm.
different.
Or,
I mean,
or
that
all
makes
3,
sense.
but
That
yeah,
makes a certain kind of sense, but where
Right.
all 3 are exactly the same.
yeah.
So
Oh, and
then
here also
which-
that there's apparently no AC adapter in the box.
Yeah, just take a USB.
It
port
makes
anyway.
more sense that Amazon is potentially selling all 3 versions in all 3 territories, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no AC adapter to have to
True.
deal with. You just plug it into a USB.
So we know CJ hates America, and that's why he's getting the
That's not true.
PC
Right.
Engine version.
That's
What
not right.
what about you, Phil? Do you bleed red, white, and TurboGrafx-16? Or?
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, for amber.
I mean, who doesn't love the PC Engine? A little like
grain.
white.
Oh my
red.
God, he's saluting.
PC Engine's great.
No, the PC Engine is a beautiful little system, but unlike you, CJ,
You don't hate America?
well, unlike CJ, I have nostalgia for the TurboGrafx.
There you go.
There we
Yeah.
go. Because
I don't.
I still have my Turbo. I was showing it off a
You
week
were.
or 2 ago
You
on
were.
the show, on this
Yeah.
very show. So yeah, I love the Turbo. I have nostalgia for the actual machine, so I will pick up the TG16 version.
Echo CJ's best friend Mike W in the chat and saying that goofy black TG16 rectangle of plastic is a thing of beauty. I agree. Aesthetically, actually, I prefer the PC Engine to the core graphics, but I do have enough nostalgia for the ridiculous design of the American system that I'll probably go for that one too.
Yeah,
It's funny, you look at that thing and you got to wonder why the hell it's so much bigger and weirder than the original. The original's so tiny. What the hell did they put in that case anyway?
Nothing. It's an
Nothing.
Air.
Yeah.
It's like the NES cartridge of consoles.
air. Pretty much.
Ugh,
It's too much. All
But
right.
I'm
So
very excited.
excited about that. Yeah.
So I was going to
And,
say before the
that
show,
was
and you guys yelled at me for bringing it up, but I love, and it seems so stupid, but I'm sure a lot of collectors feel the same way.
Mhm.
I love that these mini consoles come in replica boxes.
Oh yeah,
Me too. Yes.
for sure.
So that's
Yeah.
pretty great. And of course they're continuing this with the PC Engine /
Right.
TG16, which was a great
Yeah.
box.
Yep.
Sure.
Hey, can I ask a question?
No.
This is
Of course.
the correct answer, by the way, is I believe you just did.
Hmm.
No,
That's the correct
that's
answer. for
obnoxious.
That you know what's obnoxious, Greg? Me.
Yes.
So
Truth.
deal with that.
Every week.
But you keep coming back because you love it. Because you love it, Greg, and I love you for loving it.
I come back, but
And
okay.
I love you for loving it. So this is a technical question, and this question is going to make me sound like an idiot, and I don't mind because this is something I legitimately don't know, because I know dookie about electronics and voltages and amps and crap like that. So you got the NES Classic, you got the SNES Classic, you got the little PlayStation, you got the Turbo coming out. All these systems use they don't have standard AC adapters. They have the USB plugs, and you have to get a like one of these little USB
One of these little doohickeys.
AC adapters.
You don't
to
have
plug-
to if your TV has a USB port on the back and you plug it into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can plug it into a PC USB port usually.
Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Now, here's my question. They sell they call them like chargers, because they're for charging multiple devices at once. It's basically a bank of
Yeah.
USB ports that has a single plug that plugs into your wall. And it's obviously, it's meant for charging multiple iPhones and iPads or whatever.
Right.
Can you use those
Yeah.
as an AC? So I can buy one of those little USB towers, have all my little mini consoles plugged into it, and have that plugged into my wall, and that'll work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems to be
Good enough. Then that's what I'm gonna, because I suddenly have a bunch of these little.
I was gonna say the
You got
mini
the-
console collections are starting to grow.
Well, yeah, and you got the Genesis one obviously coming out very soon.
Yep.
So
With a literally Sega
if-
CD stand. So
if I can have all of these plugged into one outlet effectively instead of 5, that's great.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So okay, cool. That's what I needed to know.
That's our show this week.
Thank you very much.
No, we've got more news here.
Oh, there's more news?
Yeah, some more retro news here. So, Nintendo Switch Online, the NES games that are available there, they are adding a rewind feature.
Let's talk about the NES games that came out this month.
Okay.
What were they?
I'm gonna be quiet.
Donkey Kong 3,
Uh-huh.
and what was the other one?
You know what? It doesn't matter. That was the
Clue-Clue
appropriate amount.
Is
That
it
was the
Clue-Clue
appropriate
Land?
amount of time to
No, it
give
wasn't-
to both of those. So
It wasn't Clue Clue
It
Land.
wasn't Clue Clue Land.
Clue Land was before, right?
It also
This
was
is-
not.
This is how forgettable they were.
It also was not
It's
Urban
Donkey Kong
Champion.
3, and not Urban Champion. Yeah.
Well, you know what's weird too is that because Donkey Kong 3, of course, the arcade
Came out
version
on the ACA.
is available. Yeah, and I did not realize there was an arcade version of Clue Clue Land,
Yeah.
which came out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again
Yeah.
for the arcade classics or whatever it's
But
called.
wasn't that the way it
Yeah,
went?
okay.
I mean, that was so many arcade games I actually experienced on NES instead. And because they were so
Yeah.
different to their arcade counterparts. Like when I think Double Dragon, I think NES Double Dragon.
Right?
And then played the
Same.
arcade version years later and was like, I don't like this as much.
It's true.
Same here. Same here.
But anyway, I don't remember what the two games were. I know Donkey
I don't
Kong 3
Donkey
was
Kong
one
3.
of them. And I just
Yeah.
really, this is going back to the old point of this is why I hate that they drip feed these things.
Well, let's see. I mean, there could be some SP stuff as well. We
there?
usually don't get pre-announcements of that stuff, right? So
Yeah, whatever.
we'll see what happens there. But anyway, what I want to talk about is the rewind feature coming to those NES
Wrecking
games.
Crew.
Wrecking Crew.
That's
That's
what
the
it is.
one.
Wow.
Yeah. Rewind feature. So you press down the ZLZR and you open up a little slideshow, basically,
Mhm.
that'll let you go back to any point. What is it, 30
That's
seconds
pretty cool.
prior? So yeah, it's nice to have in those retro games. I like
Mhm.
this. I like this a lot.
Yes.
And you guys are obviously very excited about it. I can
Yep.
tell. All right, so Netflix has announced that they are doing a Cuphead animated series. Based, of
Yes.
course, on Studio MDHR's title for the Xbox and Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
And that is coming in 2020,
Mm.
maybe? I don't know. Well,
Maybe.
I guess they haven't set a release date, but the game's paid DLC, which was announced, I think, at E3 2018, called The Delicious Last Course, is coming out in 2020. So this animated series maybe later, but that's good news. Cuphead getting an animated series.
Cuphead's good stuff.
It is.
I do like
I should
Cuphead.
play that sometime.
It's good. I have not finished it yet because it is very
Hard.
difficult, but
It's very hard, but
But it's
boy, does it
good.
look great.
it is good.
It looks fantastic.
And you know what? I think I had a very clever little Twitter joke about that Cuphead cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
That did you see it? Did you see it?
Didn't see it.
You didn't see it?
I
Really?
don't think so.
Was it about racism?
It was absolutely about racism.
Okay.
No, of course it was not about racism.
The last time I heard anything about that game was all about racism.
Jeez Louise.
What?
No, I said, hey, everybody, I don't think this Cuphead cartoon is going to be very good. I heard Dean Takahashi couldn't even get through the first episode.
Oh,
terrible.
Boom!
That's
Come
terrible.
on, that's good.
No,
That's-
That is
terrible.
quality,
That's quality.
lighthearted Twitter ribbon.
Just awful.
That
Now I
was
wish I had
good.
seen it.
That
would
was
have
good.
laughed. I would
You
have
should-
LOL'd.
You know what you should have done?
What?
Liked it.
Yeah.
Slam that like
Maybe
and
help a
subscribe
brother out,
button.
CJ.
Yeah.
Maybe I will. Maybe I
Yeah.
will. I'll go back and do that.
You know what? You can laugh, but what does that do for my clout, CJ? Okay.
Absolutely
Clout.
nothing.
We're state buddies now.
That's
Okay.
true.
We gotta
So you
have
gotta
each
look out
other's
for each other.
backs.
It's true.
Okay.
Very true.
Jeez Louise.
Mm-hmm,
When are we hanging out,
Okay.
you deadbeat? You've been here like half a week. You haven't even called.
Show's going
Soon.
to pot already.
What a
Soon.
prick. Yeah.
What? Getting everything set up. You think this air mattress box bought itself?
You think this air mattress is gonna blow itself up?
It does
My
actually. have a
lungs are
fan.
killing me.
It does have an internal fan that blows itself up. But
Man, I wish I had an
Oh,
internal fan
man.
that.
Blew itself
Yeah.
up.
Oh boy.
anyway,
At least you sprung for the nice one.
I did. Yeah,
Did you get some sheets to put on it though?
I did.
No,
yeah,
come
Okay,
on.
good.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Egyptian cotton.
I knew a fellow who just slept in a big pile of towels. So I don't know why you're wasting money on an air mattress.
I think I know who you're talking about, and it wasn't me. It wasn't
It absolutely was not you.
not me.
No.
Anyway,
Greg knows.
I don't remember if I do.
You don't remember
You sure do.
your former roommate who slept on a pile of towels? That was
Really?
Slim. That was Slim,
We'll tell
dude.
you.
Oh my God.
Come on.
Yeah.
Jeez
Uh,
Louise. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah. Of course.
it was rumored for so long. Is this even really a headline? But yes, Nintendo Switch Lite is coming out on the 20th of September.
Of course it's a
Or
headline.
$199.99 MSRP.
Which color are you getting?
Coming in 3 colors: a yellow, a turquoise, and a gray. And there's also going to be a special Pokemon Sword and Shield edition that comes out on the 8th of November, along with
cares?
those games. So
How dare you?
this, of course, is the rumored undockable Joy-Con non-detachable Switch.
That's the worst description ever.
I know,
Undockable,
right?
Joy-Con, non-detachable. It's like, that's on the box.
That is the box.
Largely.
Absolutely.
Undockable, Joy-Con, non-detachable Switch.
You're getting the turquoise one, right?
No,
That's my guess.
no.
The gray one?
If any, I
add
would
some color
probably
to
get
that
the
room?
Gray. I would probably get the gray.
Gray
if
one?
anything.
That seems kind of bland, though.
Look at me.
Look at the room.
Touche.
There you
Touche.
go. There you go.
You know what? I'm not going to talk much about this just because work reasons.
This is why I love talking about this stuff.
But I will say I'm a little disappointed there's no atomic purple version.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Right?
That'd be nice.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
Like that clear purple. Come on.
Yeah, I'd be down
Whipple?
for that.
Hmm?
If they had any sort of like clear system, I'd be buying it. Anything you can see through,
Yeah.
absolutely,
That's right.
absolutely be all over that. But yeah, this is a good portable only Nintendo Switch. It does not broadcast anything to the TV. You can't dock it. But
There you go.
I think it's gonna sell like crazy.
it is going to sell like crazy. Holy crap. It's going to sell like crazy.
And when's that come out again?
It comes out on September 20th, which I
Same
think
day
is the
as Zelda.
same day as Link's Awakening.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Very good. I understand Nintendo has another highly anticipated game coming out. I think
Animal Crossing?
No, that one's 2020.
Metroid. Metroid?
No, that one it's hasn't been not even officially
Luigi's
announced. yet.
Mansion coming out. probably
Luigi's
in October?
Mansion.
Oh,
That's it.
yep. That is. But there's probably another one, maybe 2 even. I don't know, but
Do we even?
you know,
Urban Champion on Nintendo Online?
well,
Dragon
let's
Quest 11S Definitive
Oh,
Edition?
there it is. Yeah,
that must be it.
yeah.
That must be it. That must be
Yeah.
it. That must be the one I'm thinking of.
Astral Chain?
Astral Chain.
My favorite of the Decepticon triple changers, by the way.
Clearly.
Yeah.
Done that before.
Oh, I
I don't
think I
care.
mentioned, the fourth color is One Sword and Shield.
So okay,
um,
let's talk
of
about
the
this
Rumble.
system for a second though. So no Rumble either.
no Rumble. Yeah.
And did I hear something about the screen brightness or the not being able to adjust
What?
something about the screen? I don't know.
No, I don't think so. It's a smaller screen, though, right?
What?
Slightly smaller.
Well, yeah. I mean,
Still
if that sort of
720p.
thing bothers you,
Still 720p.
it was in the pool. Okay.
Shrinkage.
Yeah,
that would damage it probably beyond repair. I don't
It
understand.
well, you
probably
can send it to Nintendo when you.
It was in the pool.
Although you guys did
Still
flush a
Taco Bell
Game
and mine.
Boy.
Yep.
You
I
guys
didn't
did work.
personally. I didn't personally flush a Game Boy.
Donald did.
Mark was the one who actually pulled the plunger on that.
Yeah.
And then we named that Game Boy Jesus.
There you go.
We did.
And by we, I mean Mark McDonald. Please send all hate mail to Mark McDonald.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is not for me. Obviously, I won't be buying one of these because I don't really need one of these. But I'd be more interested in if I was going to buy another Switch, it would definitely be more along the lines of something more powerful.
Right.
And then I
Improve
would probably
battery life.
yeah, and then I would hand this down to my kids.
Mm.
Hand the other one down to my kids. But I mean, especially I think $100 cheaper, it's perfect for anyone who hasn't made that leap yet. Like, I think friend of the show and sometimes co-host Mike Phillips was saying that this is what he'll actually buy a Switch now because this is what he was looking for.
Sometimes co-host Mike Phillips may be the most wishful thinking I've ever heard out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Ever since CJ moved, I want it more and more.
Oh man.
Yeah. I think when the Switch first got announced, there were people who wanted a portable only Switch where the Joy-Cons didn't detach, and now it's 2 years later and we're getting it.
Yeah, and I mean, exactly. And I know there are some people that definitely want that as well. So good for them. But I think the lower price point is actually more important.
Yeah. I agree because Nintendo had a really good business with the 3DS, and that kind of went away as the Switch came out. And as we all have kind of said, there is a market for a lower cost portable for your kids, and not having detachable Joy-Cons and things to lose is good.
Yeah, and I mean, I saw people sort of criticizing it for like, oh, but that means that it's not compatible with the entire library. But I mean,
there's like 3 games. Yeah, it's not compatible with. Yeah, I think it's fine. They'll live unless they really want one to switch. In which case, spend $100 more and you'll be able to play it as much as you want, right? Exactly. Yeah.
The real question is, can you play Snippy Clippies on it?
I don't know. Can you
cut it out together? You can, unless you had separate Joy-Cons, because you have to play that with side Joy-Cons, right?
Snippy Clippies.
Conversation just took a turn for the worse.
Snippy Clippies.
You might be able to play it. Yeah.
Snip to the clips.
I don't remember, honestly. If you can play with the in handheld mode, I think you can. But anyway, Nintendo's also commented that there's no Nintendo Switch XL coming this year.
So, yeah, why would they do that? Why would they
do that? Right. It doesn't make any sense. If they're going to do it, wait a bit, right?
Yeah.
But apparently there is going to be some kind of hardware revision made. Some people found FCC documentation of that, but it's just revisions to the existing Switch unit. So it's not anything to get excited about, it seems. Anyway, I think that means that we are up to what you've been playing. And Greg, I had you up here to go first. So,
nothing new. I've still been playing sort of the same stuff as I have been the last couple of weeks. More F1 2019, more Snatcher, more Dragon Force, more Bloodstained. So nothing really new to talk about.
You know what they need to do? They need to do a Saturn Mini that they could put Dragon Force on.
Oh, don't even get me started.
They need to put a Saturn Mini that they could put all sorts of games on.
I fully agree with that.
Yeah. Saturn is a good system.
It is.
Oh, yeah.
Was that all you got?
Yeah, I seriously don't have anything.
Okay.
No,
Well, Phil, then we will turn to you.
Nothing really. Nothing this week.
Okay.
How about you, CJ?
Is this really how we're going to do this?
Yes, absolutely.
We had lots of tweets.
No,
We do
you
have
know
a lot
what?
of tweets. That's
You know
true.
what? You know what? I'll say this. My kid's apparently starting to get into Fortnite. This has happened.
This has happened.
This has happened. His little buddies came over today,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them has a Switch, one of them has an iPad, and they burst in there. There's like, Finn, we're gonna play some Fortnite. You gotta play some Fortnite with us. And
Now, battle royale mode or the creative mode?
I don't friggin' know.
There's different modes.
I don't know. Fortnite.
You can hop in a sandbox mode with your friends and just go around without having to kill anybody.
I'm not 10 years old. I don't know what a Fortnite is.
Okay.
I'm assuming
2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
See, don't say you never learn nothing on this show.
That's true. We did not have it installed on our Switch, so I had to go and download it and
create an Epic account. All that stuff.
You know what? I had created an Epic account because I did download it back when it first came out on Switch to try it to see what all the noise was about. So I had all that set up, but yeah, so he's getting into that now. So
there's nothing wrong with that.
Wish me luck, I guess. I don't know.
Nothing wrong with that.
Okay.
Just don't turn the voice chat on.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
My goodness. No, we're not doing that. You know what I played a little bit of this week? A Steam game. Have you seen this? Have you seen the Steam for the
personal? Is that like the Epic Store?
It's kind of, but it's for personal computers.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, why would you do that if you already have the Epic Store?
You already have an Epic account. So.
I do. Well, that's just it. Yeah, and it's really
they're just trying to horn in on Epic's territory, or
well, it's a little inconvenient for me because I have all my I have my Fortnite and all those free games that I get all the time saved on my Epic store account, and now I suddenly have to open this Steam library.
Oh man!
In order to play my other.
I just set fire to my computer.
That's how you take care of that. But I tried out. There's a Steam game called Snaky Bus. Have you seen this game? Have you heard about this game?
I generally have never tried anything that is a play on the name Flappy Bird in any way, shape, or form.
Well,
I got tired of that after about 3 games. So
you're missing out on Bloody Stained. Which was a popular Kickstarter from Iga.
And honestly, the more I've played that, the more I don't feel like I am missing out. But anyway.
What?
I'm still not digging that game.
You don't like Bloodstained?
No.
Weirdo.
Yeah, maybe.
Weirdo. Get good. Snaky Bus is a game that I believe I saw it. Probably Wario64 was tweeting out a deal about this game on Steam. It's like $6 or something on the Steams, and he tweeted it out, and there was an animated GIF attached to it. There is a GIF attached to it.
That's better.
Which made it look very interesting, kind of crazy. And I was like, you know what? For $6, I'll throw in, give this game a try. It is very amusing. It is Greg, it's a driving game. You might like this.
Sold.
I know you like driving games.
Is it on the Epic Game Store?
I don't know.
Oh,
that would involve me having to load up the Epic Game Store.
I'm going to say no.
I don't know. Probably not.
Unsold.
I'm guessing it's not. But you like driving games. I know this. How do you feel about really old cell phone games? Like really old, like.
I remember playing Tetris on my old, I don't even know what kind of cell phone it was, but it was unplayable.
Did you ever play Snake?
Oh, yeah.
You ever play Snake on a cell phone? So this game...
Sick of these mother effing snakes on this mother effing cell phone.
Well, this game is essentially first-person Snake. You are a bus. You are driving a bus, and it's one of those, those buses that are like
I'm aware of buses.
Multiple buses that have the
Sure.
Oh,
little
like accordion buses.
that have the accordion thing in the middle.
Those
Yeah.
buses that are
Yep.
two buses. This sounds like a
you're-
Letterkenny opening.
So you're driving one of those accordion buses through a city.
Yeah,
You have a big city map, and it's set up like a
through the big
Like-
city. I got
like a video game map, like a Crazy Taxi kind of. There's ramps and hills and tunnels and all sorts of crap.
So Toronto.
Yes. And you drive around the city and you pick up passengers, kind of like a Crazy Taxi
Like a
type
bus
thing.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, there are bus stops that you drive through and the passengers get added to your bus. And then once your bus gets filled, you have to drive to a set destination to empty them all out. And you continue going there, and you don't stop the bus. The bus never stops.
Okay.
It's just, you drive through.
How do you stay on schedule otherwise?
Exactly. But the trick is, of course, is that every time you pick up passengers, your bus gets longer. Like it starts adding bus sections.
That's not how buses work at all.
It doesn't matter though, dude.
Video game logic. Come on.
Doesn't matter. If a
The Epic Store would
bloodstained
never have this crap on it.
if a bloodstained lady got stabbed through the chest with a giant crystal
Shard.
shard, she's not going to gain superpower. She's just going to die, dude. Video games don't follow your earthen logic.
You know what? You I think you've just
Yeah.
convinced me to give Bloodstain another chance.
There you go. You're welcome.
You were
And-
turned away because it's not realistic enough.
Like, what is this? Horse dookie.
You're welcome, Iga. I did it. I talked him back into it.
You can get somebody who already paid for the game to play it again.
Hey.
Congratulations.
And so yeah, your bus, as the more and more passengers you pick up and drop off, the longer the bus gets.
Okay.
And you don't really notice it at first because it's a first person game. So it's not like
Right.
you're seeing
And when you're driving, who the hell knows where the back of their vehicle is, right?
exactly.
Am I right? Yeah.
Well, when you're, when it's a
Accordion
bus
bus.
that's like 50 buses long, and eventually you get to a point where you turn a corner and
There's
suddenly
the back of your bus.
there's the ass end of your bus driving past you, and it's suddenly like, oh crap, and you got to dodge it because if you collide with yourself, of
You're
course,
like in the worst. You're like in the worst version of Tron ever.
basically yes, and it is hilarious because you can turn and be running parallel with your bus and then sort of hit a ramp and jump over the ass end of your bus, and it is insane.
It sounds amazing.
It's really
yeah.
fantastic. So for like the $6 or whatever, it is hilarious. $6. It is fun on a bun. So
I don't know.
Okay.
Bus.
I do recommend Snaky Bus. So
Like,
Is it a multiplayer game or is it single player?
you know what? I honestly don't know. It might have some multiplayer. I didn't dive that far into it. I just was like, I just press button to start and I started. I didn't go diving into options or multiple
alright.
modes.
All right.
But it might. It seems like it would, but
Hmm.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
I'm not a professional reviewer anymore. CJ.
You don't have to go into all the modes.
I don't yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Okay.
How's the multiplayer mode? I don't give a shit. I'm having fun just driving around the city,
Wow.
tooling around in my long bus.
Wow.
I got one of them long buses that the kids love so much.
They do. Yeah.
Hey, you know what else I played this week?
What's that?
This is not a video game. This is a.
Oh, I didn't know we could talk about non-video games.
Yeah, we can talk about non-video. I was talking. I don't know if you missed. I was talking about New Coke earlier.
Sorry, I usually zone out after we
The
do the
gates
intros.
have been thrown wide, Greg Seward. We can talk about whatever we please.
I've been updating my Twitch page while we've been.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to be going to that service soon anyway, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah.
Right?
We're gonna have to.
screw it up.
We'll piggyback on your channel if that's okay, since you got all the viewers.
Please do.
There we go. So I picked up
Wow.
an analog game this past week.
Oh right, yes, you discovered board games this past week.
I
Congratulations.
learned there are board games. As I was saying on the Twitters and whatnot, I'm not a board game guy. I'm no Dan Shu.
No.
Have you seen Dan Shu?
You know, I gotta say,
It's
and
all
I don't know
board
if Dan
games.
listens anymore, but I wanna ask Dan a serious question.
Mhm.
When do you find the time to play all these games? And
I don't
do you
think
play any of them more than once?
Dan Shu has
A lot of board
a
games.
wall.
It's
But he
crazy.
also does a podcast called
does.
Called
Yeah.
Analog.
No, he
That's
does, but
yeah.
it's just like I mean, you know, the types of board games that he's got, those aren't games that you just sort of open up and play.
Right.
Like you got to learn those games,
Yeah.
and that usually means multiple playthroughs. And
Yeah.
it's just like, I mean, you know, if he's finding the time, God bless him, because that's fantastic, and he plays some really interesting looking stuff. I love
True.
checking out his channel to
Oh,
get
yeah.
ideas for games I want to try. But like the other day, it just kind of hit me. I'm like, dude, posts. Like I don't. Where do you find the time to play these?
I know, right?
Yep.
But yeah, I picked up I didn't really pick up a board game. I paid for a board game like a year ago
Mhm.
through this service called Kickstarter. It's like a pre-order service.
Heard of it?
Is it like the Epic Game Store?
It's kind of like the Epic Game Store.
Is it
I
like
mean,
Fig.
it's like what?
Fig.
Fig?
Yeah.
Fig.
French, Italian,
Fig.
German? Forgot Spanish.
Oh, sorry.
What is Fig?
Efigs.
Fig? Huh?
Efigs.
Fig.co. It is a crowdfunding platform.
Is it
For
really?
video. Yes.
I've never heard of that.
That's Psychonauts 2
We
was
did-
funded through Fig.
Oh, was that the one Psychonauts? Okay.
Oh, okay.
I've heard of Psychonauts too, but I didn't realize that was through this probably made up crowdfunding service.
Efigs is
Not
what you're
made up. Not made up at all.
Is that like Indiegogo? I've heard of them. That's a thing.
pay for my
Very
shit.
similar. No, Fig is the one where if you invest enough, you actually get a return on the investment.
Okay,
okay.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Which is the one to go to if you have to have surgery and you live in the United States and you don't have health insurance because
Ooh-wee.
That's GoFundMe.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No, this was a Kickstarter that went up last summer, based on the old internet web cartoon Homestar Runner
Mm-hmm.
/ Strongbad and his many emails. They did a Trogdor board game, which because I loved Homestar Runner back in the day. I still love Homestar. Still love Strongbad.
Still going?
Huh?
Excuse me. Is it still going?
Not regularly.
Okay.
Just because the two guys who did it started getting
Famous.
yeah. Well, they started getting like TV jobs and stuff like that. I know.
Real jobs. Gotcha.
Yeah. One of the guys did a lot of work on like Gravity Falls and some cartoons and stuff like that. So, but they'll occasionally get together and do more Homestar stuff. But yeah, they did a Trogdor themed board game, and I was like, well, I got to try this out. So I threw in some money, and the board game finally arrived last week. Excuse me.
Board is beautiful.
And yeah, well, I
Posted.
me being a nerd, kind of a Homestar nerd, I threw down extra money to get the nice wooden board that
CJ
they
totally
made for it.
Another Coke Zero.
Of course he did. Of course
No,
he.
this
Why
is
wouldn't you?
Couldn't even
It's a
use his
black
microphone.
cherry seltzer.
Oh, really? Oh,
Seltzer.
fancy lad.
Whoa.
My goodness, you're on a health kick suddenly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So I paid the extra money to get the nice wooden board that they had custom made for it, and it's a fun little game. I'm not going to go into the details of the rules or anything because
Because you don't know them.
I'll tell you. Well, you know what? Finn and I sat and played it yesterday, and he actually ended up loving it. But we're sitting there with the rule book open because he's 7.
Well, yeah, that's how you play games
Yeah.
like that. First
But
time.
it was one of those things where they're like, Finn, I should probably read the instructions first so I have kind of a clue on what to do. No, let's just play. Okay, here we go.
Yep. I
So-
understand that.
Yeah. But it's cool in that, and I mean, there are tons of board games like this, but it's a cooperative board game.
Mhm.
So you're not competing against the other players. You're all the players are controlling Trogdor the dragon, and you're attempting to go around and burninate, in the parlance of the series, everything on the map and you have the villagers fighting against you. And yeah, we ended up winning, which was nice. But yeah, it's a fun little game. So
Cool.
yeah, that's why I wasn't playing many video games this week, because I had to figure out how to play a board game once. So,
all right.
but there you go.
Excellent.
And to be fair, that involved reading, which
And
we
that's
know
hard.
It's
Very
yeah.
hard.
I mean, it's yeah.
it's a struggle on the
It
best
is.
of days.
Yep.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and you know how that goes.
I do.
Yeah, but that's really about it. I don't think I really played anything else this week.
Okay.
I did pick up what was it? The Arcade Archives Ninja Spirit came out a week or two ago.
Now that was a game that I didn't realize had an arcade version, because Ninja Spirit is the one that was released on the TurboGrafx as well, right?
And it's on the Turbo Mini.
Right. Yeah. Right.
But the
Was it Natsume that brought that out?
That's an IREM game.
IREM? Okay.
Yeah.
Why did I think Natsume?
Because you like thinking things that are incorrect.
Apparently.
Yeah. But I picked up the arcade version of Ninja Spirit, which is actually a fun little game. It's it's kind of a that sort of IREM beat 'em up side scrolling thing, kind of like a Kung Fu or Vigilante. But you have a lot of like weapon upgrades that you can get and stuff like that. It's a fun little game. So, but if you plan on getting a Turbo Mini, it's going to be on there. So,
right.
Look, I just saved you $8.
Look at you.
Yeah, but that's it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I'm playing a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, Dragon Quest Builders 2 came out on Friday.
Right.
So I've been playing more of that. I'm a little bit into the first, which I guess is the second island that you go to, because you crash land on a first island where you do like an introductory quest, and then go to another island that introduces a farming mechanic to the game, and you're trying to rebuild this sort of wasteland of an island by bringing farming back to it, and that's been fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's more Dragon Quest Builders, but they have made some user experience upgrades to it, like your weapons no longer degrade and break. Once you craft them, you keep the same one.
Nintendo could take some advice from.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. They fixed that for the sequel here.
Yep.
But the difference now is that as I'm building up this town in this new island, I can actually arm the citizens, the other people, with weapons. So there is a reason to craft more weapons and defensive stuff. You can actually hand them to NPCs who will defend your town against enemy attacks, which is pretty cool.
Sounds like a lot of real QOL upgrades this time around.
User experience upgrades, yes.
Quality of life. Let's
call it what it is.
Let's call a duck a duck.
Yeah, you can also run with the R trigger, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a cooldown, so you have to
short bursts.
Short bursts, exactly.
Yeah, that's like me in real life.
Mm-hmm. But I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I have heard from people that the frame rate suffers compared to the PS4 version, but it's on Switch, and I like the convenience of being able to play it in portable mode. And so I don't really care about frame rate, honestly. It's a solid 30 with occasional drops if you're in an area with too many enemies or too many things like. Some of the user-created environments have, just a lot of stuff that has to load, and then, of course, pushes the system to its limits. And the frame rate drops a little bit, but that's okay.
All right.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it anyway. And the loading screen, now you can upload images to the internet, and they have weekly contests where they're looking for people to design, say, kitchens and things. And so they show off pictures that were posted on the internet during those loading screens, which is pretty cool. So anyway, playing a little bit of that, having fun with it. I've got a long way to go. But
did you ever finish the first one?
I did not. I got to the third chapter and ran into what I believe is a progress blocking bug,
Oh wow.
where the next
Oh.
thing that I had to do wouldn't show up. They wouldn't give me a quest marker for it or anything. So
Oh crap.
yeah, so I stopped playing that one.
All right
But
then.
I'm looking forward to playing this one. I mean, it's Dragon Quest. It's just a kind of a joy to play. It's got that old theme music, all the classic monsters, and the crafting is actually pretty fun in it. So anyway, played a little bit more Tetris 99
Right,
because
because there was a new theme this week.
Oh yeah,
a
I
new
played that as
theme-
well.
a new theme this week. There's a Splatoon 2 themed tournament
Yep.
where if you get 100 victory points, you unlock a Splatoon 2 theme for Tetris 99. So I did that and got the theme.
I did that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know necessarily why I did, because there's no way I'm ever going to stop using the Game Boy theme,
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I did it anyway just to have it.
Just to have it. Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. And of course, Splatoon 2's final Splatfest event is next week. So that's
End of an era.
End of an era. Yeah.
Not really,
two
but-
years of support for Splatoon 2. Just like the first game got about 2 years of support. So can't wait to hear about Splatoon 3. And I'm sure I'll be playing Splatoon 2 this week. So look forward to that next week on the show. But Tetris 99
This is like the pre-taped call-in show.
is exactly exactly like it. I love Tetris 99, and it's just a fun little game. Even if you lose early on, you can just get right back into a battle. And it's a battle royale with Tetris. What's not to love? And I also played some Dr. Mario World. So this, of course, is Nintendo's newest mobile entry using the Dr. Mario gameplay. And it's a little bit different, but it's still popping pills to defeat viruses.
I don't think they want you to describe
Somewhere
it like
Andy
that.
Eddie is writing an angry editorial.
Oh, I
Yeah, that's like
forgot
the
about
first thing
that.
Oh, I
that's the
love
first thing I
that.
thought
Was oh my god. That editorial. So yeah, for anyone who doesn't know this, so Video Games and Computer Entertainment Magazine, the editor-in-chief is Andy Eddy, who's still around the industry.
First of all, it was a great magazine.
It was a great magazine. It was one of my
We're
favorites.
gonna be kind of ragging on this here in a minute, but
Sure,
Well,
the
no,
great-
I'm not.
great
I thought
magazine.
it was great.
Andy Eddie, great guy.
Andy did not seem to like Nintendo very much.
Hmm.
And when Dr. Mario came out, he wrote a scathing editorial on the editorial page about how Nintendo was encouraging children to play with drugs.
yes.
So, and I was like, "You're goddamn right, Andy Eddy. You are my hero."
Yeah.
Uh,
So now the mobile version of that is out.
yes.
And it's a lot more puzzle based. So anybody who's familiar with the kind of Candy Crush gameplay where you have a certain number of moves to destroy whatever it is, cookies or whatever object they want you to destroy, it's basically very similar to that. So they have put a Dr. Mario skin on top of this sort of Candy Crush gameplay that, I say Candy Crush gameplay, but there are literally like hundreds of clones of the same sort of thing. But if you have nostalgia for Dr. Mario and you like the Candy Crush style of puzzle game, it's pretty fun. And I think I'm on like stage 35 or so.
It is.
I've been playing it quite a bit. And there's a versus mode as well, which I haven't gotten into at all yet. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It scratches that Dr. Mario itch if you happen to have been afflicted by that.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, you should just go see a doctor if you're afflicted by that.
Maybe.
He is singing
Maybe,
Dr. Greg.
Dr. Mario. Yeah.
Well, no,
And
I
you can
mean,
use the gacha to get other characters and other doctors, and it has a bunch of power-ups that are consumables, so you can, of course, buy a virtual currency that allows you to purchase those and use those if you get stuck, but otherwise you can play the game completely free, which I have been doing, and it's fun.
very nice.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I've been playing.
Oh, you know what I bought yesterday?
What's that?
Well, I mean, it's July. It's mid-July right now. And you know
Maybe
what I
where you
always
are.
you know what I'm always thinking about in mid-July?
Late July.
No.
Okay.
The holiday season, of course.
Labor Day?
Christmas.
Oh, right.
Oh,
I'm
Jesus.
always thinking of Christmas this time of year. And hey, just my luck, the good folks at Hallmark,
Are also thinking of Christmas.
yeah, they're thinking about what crap can we sell
Phil.
to suckers. So I went to a Hallmark store yesterday because there was a new Transformers ornament that came out. So I had to go
Nice.
buy a little bumblebee to hang on our Christmas tree. But I was delighted to find, look at this YouTube friends, a arcade Defender Christmas ornament as well. Last year, I don't know if you remember, they brought out a Donkey Kong arcade machine ornament, and this year there is a little Defender machine to go along with
And
it.
they've done a couple different ones in the past too. They did Pac-Man and Galaga.
Yeah,
and
years ago
a couple.
they did.
Years ago, I have Pac-Man and Galaga.
Oh, do you really?
I do.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Those are worth some money these days. You know,
Oh, really?
Hallmark ornaments. You know, there's a
They
whole
go up in
world.
value.
There's a whole world of Hallmark ornament collectors out there.
Yes.
And yeah, those are worth some money these days. Look at that. I just unwrapped it for the first time.
Nice.
There's and you know what? It's got, let's see here. Where's the it's supposed to make noise. Does mine not have batteries?
Off.
Did I get scammed? Maybe this doesn't have batteries.
Doesn't the joystick do it?
Well, no, there's a button here. I can feel the physical. You can probably
okay.
hear the clicking.
I
Maybe
can hear the click, but it's not making the noise.
it's not making the noise. Oh, wait. I think I found out why. Look at this.
Got to take the tab out.
Batteries.
Oh, okay.
The batteries are not inserted at the moment, so I'll do that later. But yeah, it lights up. The screen lights up, and it starts making a bunch of obnoxious, like circa 1980 beeps and buzzes. That are sampled straight from the arcade game. So
It's funny because you could almost describe the
noises.
Player One podcast like that.
Obnoxious beeps and buzzes circa 1980.
Video game related
Yeah.
beeps and buzzes.
Yeah, that's
Obnoxious
actually
noises, circa 1980.
obnoxious
at least.
noises. Yeah, that's us, all right. But yeah,
Absolutely.
there you go. What else?
Okay.
What else you got for us, CJ?
That was it. I played a little Overcooked 2 on the Steams with your friend and my friend Mike there, Greg.
Yeah.
It's a fun time online.
Remember when
Overcooked
the three of
2.
us played Overcooked 1?
Barely.
CJ
yeah, we did
at
at
Scoop Fest.
at Scoop Fest. That's
At
right.
Scoop Fest.
Yeah,
We should
Well,
get
the first
together
game
again
did not
soon
have-
sometime.
The first game does not have online play. Second one does on,
does
on
it now?
Steam. Yeah, so we could play again. We could play the sequel online again.
Interesting.
Well, we won't, but
We won't.
And
We
whose
could.
fault is that?
not mine.
Yeah.
Well, now we're in the same time zone. We can totally do it. We
Oh,
can
thanks.
set that
Thanks
up.
for that.
Well, now you can come right over. Come on over.
That's a good point.
In fact, why don't we cut this short? You can come on over. We'll
I'll
hang
just
out.
drive over. There you
We'll
go.
hang out.
I know where you live.
We'll slam a za. You know.
Just like old times.
You live in Washington now. You can do all sorts of things out here. You know what I mean?
That's what I hear.
I don't know why you're
That's what I
playing
hear.
Dr. Mario when you could be doing that sort of thing for real.
All right.
Let's see Andy Eddie write an article about that.
Okay.
Drugs. I'm talking about drugs.
No, we got it.
We got it. All right. I think that's it for what's been planned. So let's get to tweets.
Drugs, drugs, drugs. Drugs and drugs, 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 drugs.
Oh, Phil,
Dr-
no.
What?
You're
What?
getting it wrong. That's not the drugs song.
No, what's the drugs, drugs,
Drugs. Which are good, which are bad. Drugs. Ask your mom or ask your dad. I got to send you a link.
What is
I got to
this
send you a
from?
link. That
Is
was
this
a
a Canadian thing?
That was a Canadian PSA from the 80s.
Oh man.
Trying to teach kids what drugs are good and what drugs are bad, and it's become kind of a thing on my Twitch stream.
Really?
Yes.
It's a trick question, of
I'll
course.
send you a link.
It's a trick question, of course, because all drugs are good.
No.
Oh.
What?
That's not true.
No.
I don't know.
Winners don't
Bill.
use drugs. All
I
right.
don't know. Tweedledee, tweedledee, tweet, tweet. Kids don't use drugs
There you go.
unless
Hacker
they're legal
aliens-
and
Is that,
you're
a,
of
is,
the
that a,
proper
is that a
age.
recommendation or a statement?
That's up for the listener to decide.
Hacker alias Soundscape 419 says, "Did Nintendo make the right choice of announcing the Switch Lite without mentioning they're working on a Switch Pro?"
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah.
I mean, they want people to buy the Switch Lite, right?
Why cut it off at the knees when the day you announce it?
Oh,
No, I
And
think
it's still
that's
selling
it.
plenty of the regular
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course. I mean, the rumors are Digital Foundry did a video not a month or two ago about an upgraded Switch, and so there's rumors out there. Who knows when they will happen, right? Nintendo, if you look at like the 3DS and the DS, revisions of that came out, not at E3 and just sort of anywhere in the cycle. So if you want a Switch Pro, I don't know. Like wait a little bit. Maybe they'll have something for you, but I don't think it's a mistake to announce the Switch Lite now, especially when they have a pretty killer fall lineup and Animal Crossing coming in spring.
Yeah.
True.
Yep.
Anyway.
Hold on a second. I got the batteries inserted. You ready? You ready for this nonsense? Here we go.
I'm ready.
There you go. Oh, listen to that. Sounds like an old arcade. I'm right back in Aladdin's castle. Oh, there, and you can just press it right again to turn it off. That's nice.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right, let's do this one from hacker alias John Evan Bear, who says, "Hello, guys. Been listening to your podcast for several years now, and I love it. Is there a game that you want to love but can't because of its difficulty? For me, it's Contra Hardcore."
Oh,
That's a good choice.
Contra Hardcore is very hard.
That is a good choice.
Cuphead?
I mean, I like Cuphead anyway.
I still love Cuphead, but yeah, it's really tough.
Yeah.
I want to love the Dark Souls games.
Yeah, kind of the same here.
They're just not for me.
Yeah. I am not capable of getting that good.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's probably my answer as well. So
That's a good answer.
I mean, it's kind of the generic answer. It's kind of the expected answer.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Super Meat Boy is another good one. Yep.
I mean, the reason people like Super Meat Boy is because of the difficulty, right?
Right. Yeah.
No, that's just it. I get that. That's why people like those games.
Mm-hmm.
I want to like them for reasons other than that.
Right.
And I just can't.
I'm
not good enough at them.
But Dark Souls, still hasn't clicked with me, even though Bloodborne did. All right. Let's do this one from hacker alias S.I. Houghton, who says, "How long before you deleted Dr. Mario World?" I've still got it on my phone. I did not delete it at all. And you guys, I'm sure, didn't even download it.
Did not download it.
I downloaded it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's on my phone. Look at this. Look at this right here. It's in the
right there.
It's in the Nintendo folder. Yeah.
Perfect. That I'm sure
right
we'll have the Mario Kart game soon enough.
Probably.
When does that come out?
I don't know, but they just did a soft launch, like beta test of that in June. So probably soon. All right, let's do this one from hacker alias the Defective Ram, who says, "I just got myself an 8-bit DOE SF30 controller, and I am in love with it. Do you guys use any retro style controllers for your retro gaming on newer hardware?"
I've been lucky enough that all my old controllers still work.
Oh yeah.
Although I did end up ordering one of the newer N64 controllers recently.
Oh really?
I forget which one it was called, though.
You're talking the episode where Ben Rivers guested. He mentioned that. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yes, it is. Yeah, and it's not because my N64 controller, like I mentioned a couple weeks ago, my N64 controller actually still works just fine because it doesn't have a minute of Mario Party on it. These have an analog stick in the proper position, and I think it basically replicates like a GameCube analog stick. So it's not like the hard plastic with the. So I'm assuming that it'll just feel a lot better. So
Yeah,
I just bit the bullet and bought one of those. Haven't got it yet though.
I did buy the 8-bit dough the NES styled one. Their little controller that's kind of styled like the NES, and then they did a version that looks like a Famicom controller, and I bought one of each of those, but I haven't used it yet for some reason. They're sitting in a box out in my living room.
Okay.
But I've yet to set them up and play with them on anything. So someday
I bought the NES controllers, the wireless ones for the Switch that were offered through Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh yeah.
And those are quite nice actually for playing NES games.
Yeah,
I enjoy them quite a bit.
I got mine sitting on the shelf right behind me.
Yeah, they're super nice controllers.
I honestly haven't used them yet, so
I have used them. They are excellent.
Very nice.
Yes. All right, let's do this one from hacker alias Jason Whitman, who says, "When does anime loving prospector get his own show?" Well, let me tell you.
There he is.
Let me tell you about a little show called I don't know.
Oh boy. See,
I gotta.
You know what? I was wrong. Phil's better.
If I'm turning this character over to you, CJ, you're gonna have to step up your game a little bit.
Let me tell you about a little show called Azumanga Daioh.
Okay, go on. Go on. Man, oh man, let me tell you about this Azumanga Daioh. There's this
damn schools.
They got this very tall lady on there who loves kitty cats so much, but boy, oh boy, they do not like her.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Did you ever read that manga?
I did.
Ever watch that?
Ago.
Ever watch that?
Pronounced manga.
Anime series?
I did.
Japanimation.
Yeah. That's a good. Azumanga Daioh is outstanding, by the way.
It's a good.
So is Yotsuba.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
Yotsuba and.
Yep. It's good stuff.
Yes. So the second part of this question, more seriously, what game or system have you sold that you now miss the most or bought again? I sold my GBA SP when the DS came out, but bought another one later because I missed that form factor.
Let me tell you what I sold and bought again.
Yeah.
Everything.
My Super Nintendo.
Yeah.
My Genesis. My 32X. My Sega CD.
Oh my God.
My Game Boy. No, I ended up buying a Game Boy Color. I ended up buying a Game Boy Color. But no, the other three, four, I sold to buy a 3DO. I still have the 3DO I bought. I ended up rebuying all those other consoles.
Right.
Yikes.
Yeah. Oh, it was bad.
Yikes.
I don't think I've sold any of my systems.
I haven't either.
I haven't in a long time.
I sold my Sega Master System in a garage sale.
Really?
And have not bought that back. No.
The only thing I can remember is my 32X. Because I bought the 32X on launch day. And I did end up returning it at some point shortly thereafter.
Okay.
Because it's a 32X.
See, that's not fair.
That's absolutely fair.
No, it's not.
I don't. Okay.
No, it's not.
What was I missing out on?
You're saying you go back again. When did you buy it? Did you say launch day?
Launch.
And when did you return it?
Probably within a month or two.
Okay, if it's a month or two, that's different. You made it sound like you returned it almost immediately.
No.
And I'm just saying that's not fair because when that thing launched, the stuff that it launched with was actually really impressive.
Yeah.
there was no way to know in the first, few weeks that
Right.
there would be nothing else.
Right.
But
Yeah.
Right.
okay, never
Yeah.
mind. I retract my
What
not
about
fair.
Colibri?
Now,
Come
now
on.
I
We're
did.
Colibri was great.
I did end up rebuying
Never played it.
a 32X when it was like $20 because it launched at what, 150?
Sure.
Probably.
I think so. I think
Is that right?
150,
Yeah, I think it was 150 at launch, and I ended up rebuying it again 6 months later for like $20. Not that short of time, but
It was not long.
it was not that long. But yeah,
That long.
Yeah, it was about I think it was probably a year
yeah,
when they were still sort of. I think it only had one Christmas
yeah.
where they were really legitimately pushing it.
You know what I did do though, and I think I've talked about this on the show before, probably some time ago, but back in the 16-bit days, I briefly had my flirtation with software piracy. Yes,
Gasp.
it's true. It's true. I was a
Yeah.
dirty software stealing pirate back in the 16-bit days.
Well, and on the Commodore 64.
I mean,
of course.
everybody was a pirate on the Commodore 64. That's kind of what that machine was made for. But yeah, I picked up, actually myself and a couple of my friends ended up buying a cartridge copier back in the day. Remember those cartridge copiers?
Yes, I knew somebody who
Sure.
had one of those.
Was it a Game Doctor? I forget
That was the most popular one.
Yeah, it might have been a Game Doctor or one of those. But yeah, it was a little device for those who have not seen these things, a little machine. It had a 3.5 floppy drive
Yeah,
that connected to it.
Crazy.
And it had two adapters, one that lets you plug it into a Super Nintendo, one that lets you plug it into a Genesis. And I'm actually trying to look up to see, because I know the Game Doctor was the most popular one, but I don't think mine was a Game Doctor. I can't remember. But anyway, the thing also had the two cartridge slots, one for SNES, one for Genesis on the machine. And you'd plug the whole device into your system. You'd plug your game into the to the copier. And then when you turned on the machine, it brought up a menu and you could back up your game.
Yeah, well, you want to be safe.
Well, that's just it. I mean,
who knows when those cartridges are going to self-destruct.
Oh, I just found out though. I did not get a Game Doctor. I had the multi-game hunter, the MGH, the multi-game hunter. Yes. So yes, it was and you would wink, wink, back up your games onto floppy disk, and then you could just run your games off the floppy disk. And you go rent a game. And you probably should back up that game just in case during your rental
something happens. Then you can help the rental place out if something happens to their game.
You never know what's going to happen. So we had those, and of course I had a ton of Genesis and a ton of SNES games at the time, and I was like, oh, time to back up all these and take them to Funko Land because I don't need those cartridges anymore.
Oh wow.
Oh.
And so
we'll never stop using floppy disks in a medium.
Well, that's just it, right?
Those won't go bad. What are you talking about?
These will not. Yeah,
these 8-tracks can still play 50 years from now.
Magnet collection.
So
got my magnet collection here and my disc collection. Oh God!
Oh no!
That lasted for maybe a year, and then I one day just kind of woke up and realized, what did I do? Why did I get rid of my nice copy of Link to the Past to have a couple crappy floppy disks of it? So I ended up rebuying like my entire Genesis library and my entire SNES library after the fact.
Same here. Okay. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that when I sold all that stuff. This was a good 30 games or more for each of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it hurt. It hurts thinking about it now. Oh.
Yeah. And I think I ended up just tossing out all those floppy disks because, well, what happened was it got to a point where I was like, I had just
Out of discs.
well, no, it wasn't even that. It was just I had a crap ton of copied games, and I was like, I'm not playing these.
Right.
Why am I copying, all these?
Why did I copy that floppy?
But that's just it. So yeah, I was
that's
just
the whole
like,
thing. Well, like when those figures come out that the piracy hurts the industry by X amount,
right.
pirates are never going to actually buy all of the games they've downloaded, right? They
Right.
did it for whatever, like amassing a collection of things.
Right.
They're not even going to play like
Yeah.
most of those things. So,
which is exactly what I was doing.
exactly.
And just one day it hit me that I was like, I'm not playing this garbage. Why am I bothering? Why am I spending money on floppy disks to have this archive of crap games that I'm never going to play?
Right.
When all I really want to play is my Mario and Zelda and Metroid and all that.
What are you talking about? This copy of Super Battleship? I'm definitely playing that.
I think I had a copy of Super Battleship, but
I think I bought it for like $5 at
clearance,
which is listed.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly. Yeah, so I did have that little flirtation with piracy and regretted it very quickly, and ended up, like I said, spending more money to rebuy all the stuff that I had sold. So there you go.
Let's do this one from Hacker Alias Captain Logan, who says, with Nintendo casually announcing the DS Lite or Switch Lite, do you expect very little fanfare for future iterations of the console lineup? No, I expect plenty of people to be very happy when the next revision comes out, because when Nintendo does a revision, they generally,
No, I don't know.
They do versions like the Pokemon Sword and Shield edition, or Nintendo fans will get excited about it for sure.
Oh, I agree with that. Nintendo fans will get
There's
excited
not
about
gonna be
anything.
Little fanfare. Whatever the next iteration is, like every iteration of the 3DS was an exciting time, and I bought all of those. Don't you know? And then follow on from that, Hacker Alias Mina Ferry says, do you think there is much of a market for a purely handheld Switch? I'm guessing this would be them replacing the 3DS. Do you think which do you think will be more popular, the Lite or the Pro? I do think there is a market for the handheld Switch. I think it's
I agree.
the 3DS market that went away, and it's largely younger players and kids and people who don't want, for whatever reason, a Nintendo console that hooks up to the TV and is portable.
Again, $100 difference.
$100 difference. So, yeah, I think that is another.
And it gets it below. It's another threshold below, right? Where it's like, I didn't want to sort of take that plunge, and now it's much more palatable. So,
yeah. Of course, they didn't announce a Pro, so she says, which do you think will be more popular, Lite or the Pro? It's probably the Lite or the...
I think the Lite.
Original one. I think the Lite's going to be huge, but of course, there are people who still want to play on the TV and also take the system portably. So, I think there's obviously a value proposition in both. It's just a matter of, who the consumer is that is buying it. I think there's a large market for either one.
Honestly. I think that's true, and I think that's it makes this hardware revision a little bit different than, say, like you were comparing it to like the DS and the DS Lite and the DSi and everything like that, because those all essentially did the same thing and served the same market, for the most part. Whereas I think
I'm trying to think of has there been a hardware revision that has served like a lower? I guess the 2DS maybe.
Yeah, 2DS, absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, you don't have to be the kind of consumer that has to get both.
What about the Neptune? The Neptune served a different market.
I don't think Nintendo's banking on that. I think Nintendo wants people to buy the Switch, and whichever version you get is great. And they saw a hole in the market where they could offer a lower cost system, and now they're taking advantage of that. Good. All right, let's do this one from Hacker Alias 6 Squid Games, who says, which of these Yuji Naka games would you have liked to help develop, and why? Number 1, Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. Number 2, Ivy the Kiwi. Or 3, Choo Choo Rocket.
Hmm.
I don't have fond memories of any of those games.
Is that the joke?
Maybe?
Is that the joke that
Maybe
these
that's
are
the
all?
joke. These are all lesser Sonic Team and Yuji Naka games.
I mean, Choo Choo's Rocket, I'd say, is the best of those games, right?
Yeah, I think.
Sure.
Billy
Although I've heard-
Hatcher.
like
I
Billy
can never
Hatcher.
get into Billy or Hatcher.
I mean,
I've heard
neither.
the Kiwi game is pretty good though,
Yeah,
because that was a Wii game, right?
I thought it was also on 3D or on DS.
That could very well be.
Maybe.
That could be. I
I
don't
don't know. I had a Billy Hatcher T-shirt for a long time. That was
Of
great.
course you did.
That was a great shirt.
That was the one you got married in, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, thought so.
Weird.
That's right. Of course. No, I mean, of course, I would have liked to help develop Phantasy Star Online. That's the real answer. Because that would have been fun. That game is so good, Phantasy Star Online.
I mean, to be on the development team, I guess what we're talking about. I mean,
Yeah.
any of the first 2 Sonics, just because that was changing an entire system, really.
Mm-hmm,
You know,
it's true.
Did
doing Phantasy Star Online would have been, on the brink of the online gaming revolution.
Yep.
So, I've been down
whatever
with
you
that.
just said.
Didn't Yuji Naka work on the Alf game for the Master System?
I think you're right, actually.
There's a chance he did.
I think
Well,
you're right.
there's your answer right
There's
there.
the answer.
If he did indeed, I don't know. That may not actually be true. That may be one of those video game urban legends. Never happened. But
Possibly.
I don't know.
Someone look that up.
You know what? I'm just going to say Alf for the Master System. I don't care who developed it. That is the answer.
That is.
And that is in memory of Max Wright, who of course played Willie on Alf, who passed away recently.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, was that?
You want to do your Alf impression? Yeah.
Hey, Willie.
Wait, that's not it.
That doesn't sound like Alf at all.
I like to eat cats. Give me more cats. And then Garfield shows up, and it goes a little something like this. Hey, Alf. Don't eat me. Garfield, I'm going to eat you. No, eat lasagna. That's good. Like that, right? Remember? You asked for that. Hey, Willie.
And
Hey,
that's
Willie.
our show for this week.
Kinda
Thank
like
you
that.
very much for listening. If
Hey,
you have a question
Willie.
for us or you'd like to comment on something you heard, you can direct that to @P1Podcast on the Twitters, or you can go to our internet website at player1podcast.com. There you'll find our contact information. You'll find blog entries about Sega CD stuff from Mr. Greg Seward.
I got to work on another one of those soon.
Yeah. You'll find Generation 16 episodes as they are published, which you just published a new one last week.
Yes, published a new one last week about the Left in Japan shooter Heavy Unit, published by Toho.
Cool.
The first and only game Toho published on the Mega Drive.
But I myself have a Heavy Unit.
I've heard that joke about 1,000,000 times the last 3 weeks.
Hey, Willie. Alf.
Hard at work on the next one.
Alf, stay away from my Heavy Units.
Don't eat the Heavy Units.
Don't eat the cats.
On our website, you'll also find show notes and links to all the things that we talked about during the show. You'll also find a link to our Discord server where you can discuss this episode with us and our other listeners.
If you'd like to subscribe to the Player One Podcast, you can do so by visiting player1podcast.com or by loading up Apple's podcast application. You can also head over to the App Store and invest $1.99.
Cheap.
Pick up the Player One Podcast iPhone application. It gives you one-touch communication with us via the emails, the Twitters, the what have you. You also have all of our episodes ready to stream right to your listening device. And hey, free Android cell phone, telephone users. The Player One Podcast iPhone application is available for your device as well for that same $1.99.
Also cheap.
You can find that right over there, the Amazon Android Marketplace. We're also on Stitcher Radio. We are on Spotify. You can like us on Facebook. You can watch us live. You can watch archives of our show. The archives are going to be there. The archives are going to be there. As for the live stuff, we'll see what happens with that in a couple weeks. But if you head over to the youtubes.com/P1 podcast, that's where you're going to find all that good crap. And it's good. Hey, and if you like what you've heard, and how could you could head over to patreon.com/P1 podcast. Throw a few shekels our way. CJ needs to refurnish his home. Clearly, if you're watching this on the YouTube,
Clearly, got nothing.
Guy needs get him a poster or something. A little visual interest behind him there, because I'll tell you what, that quote unquote semi truck, that tractor trailer full of all his stuff, that is never arriving. That's
what?
That is gone, Daddy. That is the oldest
Wait,
scam. That is the oldest scam in the books, dude. And you fell for it.
I guess I did.
Let us load all this on your truck, and we'll take good care of it. We'll bring it right over to you. Did they even ask? Did they ask for your new address, CJ?
Did you sign anything?
Yeah,
I did.
Did you? Did you read? Yeah. Did you read what it said?
I read before
you signed it.
Yep.
This hereby lets us just keep all your stuff. Is that what the form said, CJ?
I don't think so. No,
they don't even know where you live.
CJ's like, I don't know. This just says you keep all my stuff. Like, until we deliver it.
Obviously.
Oh, right.
We're not.
Where do I sign?
We're not gonna write until we deliver it, because that's the assumed part.
Right. I mean,
someone's
who
getting a bad review on Yelp.
We're a delivery company. Obviously, we deliver.
Good luck finding them on Yelp, CJ.
Yeah, they were great guys over at the in the delivery service.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that,
Seems
CJ.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, they were very delighted to be talking to me. They were laughing and laughing as they pulled away. Hey, if you have a couple bucks left over, head over to generation-16.com, where you will find the Patreon link to help support Greg Stewart's outstanding web series about North America's favorite runner-up, the Sega Genesis.
Thanks, Phil.
That's got a mini console coming out too.
Can't wait.
We love mini consoles, don't we?
Baby.
Yes, indeedly doodly.
Then I'm just waiting in anticipation for my little Mega CD 32X.
Oh,
set.
the little pop-on device.
Excited.
The little Sega CD shaped
Yep.
box to set it on.
And I'll tell you, I've had so many moments in the past couple of weeks where it's like, do I want to order that special edition with all the little cartridges?
Oh,
I mean, I do want to, but oh my God, it's so expensive.
So wait, did you actually order the little Mega CD?
Mm-hmm.
From where?
Amazon.
Amazon.co.jp.
Yep.
Oh, and they're delivering that out here, huh?
Well, apparently. I hope
you.
so.
Maybe I'll do that my own self.
Yeah.
If they're delivering it to Canada, they got to be delivering it to
Mr. John Riccardi.
Oh, yeah?
Sent me the link like the next morning after.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I should look into that as well. And you may have answered this.
Probably.
But I don't remember, because
who was listening?
I don't much listen.
No.
Especially to you.
Mm-hmm.
Is that going to get hooked up to a TV and played, or is that going straight into the little cabinet behind your head?
Oh no, it'll be played. It will eventually end up in the cat. They tell you a little secret, Phil.
It's not going to be a secret if you broadcast it on the internet, dude.
The Japanese one I ordered will be with the stand in the little cabinet back there.
Okay.
The American one will be right there with the TV.
Good lad.
Very good.
I like this. I like this.
I could not do it.
That's, you know what? Kudos to you, Greg.
Yeah.
You're staying true to your brand. I love
Keeping me up late at night.
That's great. But yeah, go help support Greg's show. It's
clearly I need the money.
He needs the money. He's buying 2 Genesis Minis. One he's just gonna lock up in a box and never actually touch. So the guy needs your help.
Maybe I'll do a video about it. Maybe I'll do a hot take video when I get it.
You should do.
Popular. What?
Do people still do those buy new technology and then destroy it
No.
videos?
I
You
I
should do one.
remember when that was a thing. My God.
I remember Mark McDonald flushing my Game Boy Advance. Was that?
Well,
Well,
no,
that's-
that
He was
wasn't
a
thing.
he was a real trailblazer when you think about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
you're
he
talking
should
about
have.
like smash my Xbox 360.
Yeah,
smash
exactly.
my-
I
Hey,
know
we-
that's what you're
PS3.
talking
We
about.
stood in
Yeah.
line all night for a PS2, and now we're going to destroy it. Just
Especially because they're so hard to get.
in
piss
front of the
off you
people who are
people.
standing in line. too.
Yeah. Don't you want one of these? Smashy,
I mean,
smashy.
To be fair, the guy who was the head of the line that CJ and I were in did that too. He just didn't realize he was going to do it.
oh, yeah,
that's
that's right.
right.
He dropped it, right?
He came out of the store and held the thing up and the bag broke.
That's right. I forgot
Hey,
about that.
Ah,
Oh, time to turn right
ah,
back around.
brought down by his own hubris. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, good Lord.
Ah,
Where
oh,
is that
man.
guy now?
Yeah.
Instant
Listen to the show, I
karma's
hope.
gonna get
I
you. Man, oh, man. Yeesh.
Yeesh.
Well, there you go. CJ,
Yeah.
welcome to Washington,
Well, thank you, Phil.
land of
It's
Lincoln.
good to be here. Good to be here. This weather's been great, by the way, this weekend.
Oh, shut
Damn.
up.
Yeah, well, you know, I hope you don't suffer from like seasonal depression
I don't.
because you
Not
wait,
yet, anyway.
wait, get some vitamin D pills.
No problem.
Because once December rolls around, you're gonna start needing them.
Okay.
Give one of those little like fake sunlight lamps, because you ain't gonna see
Oh,
much of
God,
that
no.
stuff,
I'm
huh?
fine with that. Fine with that.
You're-
I don't
you're
need to
fine-
see the sun.
You're
I
fine
play
with
video games.
you're fine with gloom and doom for like 3 months in the wintertime?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because that beautiful sun that you're enjoying is going away.
Did I tell you how many hours I played Sea of Thieves,
I don't.
Phil? Do I look like someone who needs sun? No.
I'm gonna say 1,400 hours at this point.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Look at that. Am I lowballing it?
Possibly.
Oh my. Well, okay. There you go. Hey, when were you here for the earthquake? We had an earthquake
I
here.
was. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. That's weird. We didn't have earthquakes before you showed up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
I'm bringing the boom. Literally.
Bring in the boom. Wow.
Must have been that bean that I ate.
No.
Oh boy. We had an earthquake for those who don't
Jesus,
know.
can we end the show?
Nope. We had an earthquake at 3 a.m.
It's not late for us.
couple days ago. Yeah, I know. It's only
Oh my
7
God, I
o'clock
hate you
right
so
now.
much. Ugh.
Jeez. It's not even prime time TV at this point. We had an earthquake at 3 a.m. Did you feel it? Were you woken up by it?
Yes.
You were.
Mhm.
Now see,
I did feel it.
I slept right through it, but luckily Dana was nice enough to wake me up and say, I think we just had an earthquake. And I was cognizant enough to just sort of mumble, no, we didn't. Go to sleep. And
But we did. It's a
but we
scientific
did. Well,
fact.
and then she busted out her phone and looked
Smacked
it
you in
up.
the head with it.
Yeah, she looked and then she was like, no, we actually did. We just had an earthquake right now. And I'm just like, oh, okay, go to sleep. And then she went to sleep, and then I sat up for like 10 minutes, silently freaking out. Oh shit, are there gonna be earthquakes now? Are we gonna die? We did not die.
No.
CJ, thank you. That's great. You're in Washington.
Um,
Gregory,
Yo.
did you feel that earthquake the other day?
Nope.
Okay. I mean, that would have been kind of early in the morning for you.
Uh-huh.
Sick of being here. Oh, hey, Patreon subscribers, $5 tier. Get ready. We're gonna have a little after show after this.
That's right.
Fun and games. We got a quiz this week.
Yep.
Are we doing Mr. Nelson's
I believe we are.
old school EGM quiz?
Oh, God.
So if you want to
Yeah.
hear us look like, well, I mean, if you want to hear us look like idiots, you have 662 choices of episodes
Wow, true.
that you can listen to. But if you want to hear us specifically sound like idiots trying to identify old video games based on really poorly written reviews from the early days of EGM, please tune in with your Patreon support.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's it.
So that's it. See you next week.
Okay, bye everybody.
Toodles,
Bye.
friends.
Toodle-oo.